Is a fistful of Friday, and hope everybody's having a good day today. Just got the North Carolina, and it is glorious. Well, say just got it. I've had it for a couple days, but I haven't been playing very much. I have finals coming up, and I should be studying, but I decided to take a break, get on, and let's have a look here. What I have noticed is the queue times for this ship or for this tier seem to be getting pretty long. Most people are playing the lower tiers because excuse me, the repair bill isn't as much. The repair bill for the North Carolina is where it starts getting a little ridiculous versus how many credits you make per match. So looks like we have it's not a terrible matchup other than they have an extra North Carolina and we have 3 New Mexicos, which we can still do a little bit of damage, but let's
General Quarters.
let's hop in here and let's take a look and let's see what's going to happen. So we are going to go west that way. This isn't an upgraded North Carolina. In fact, I don't have anything upgraded on it yet. I'm waiting to get the hull. I can get the propulsion upgrade, but I'm not going to do that just yet. This thing goes 26-ish knots already, and that's plenty for now. But hopefully we'll get some good work from our cruisers. And I think I'm just going to go about quarter speed full, and or quarter speed ahead, whatever. But seems when I get in these higher tier matches, all it has become is a cruiser fest. You stay on fire 90% of the time, which that's nothing unusual from previous tiers in a battleship, but in this case it's a little bit worse. So I've got some fire prevention stuff on. I'm not running any flags because I've run out. But let's see, we'll speed up a little bit and see if we can join up with everybody else. Don't see anybody that recognize. I've been doing the grind here lately, and you get to where you see some of the same people in your matches, and you recognize them, and you either know to stick with them or to kind of find somebody else to stick with. And hopefully, I do my best to be a team player, and hopefully I can, if people see me, they're like, oh hey, there's Pedro, he's decent. So let's see. They're telling me to hurry up. Maybe I should have taken that speed boost. I don't know. But anyways, range on these maxes out at 21.15 whatever without using the spotter plane, which I'm not going to use a spotter plane against a cruiser. Because I'll never hit them. If I do, it'll be a lucky cheeky shot. And we already got a guy, one of our Iobas, telling us that he's going to stick with us. So that's good. And let's see. Looks like they are all heading west as well. And there's their North Carolina. The question is he going to take a shot? Seem to notice that there's a little bit more communication in these higher tier matches as well, because most people understand and realize that when you get sunk, your repair bill gets a little out of hand, so they're trying to make sure, everybody stays up and at 'em. So we're just going to continue to sail west here and hope. Yeah, I am gonna get into the cap just to make sure, but let's see here. Miyoko's coming up, and we've already lost a cruiser. He must have been either focused down or somebody got some citadels on him. And I'm doing what you're not supposed to be doing, which is sailing in a straight line. And we've got 13, and he's angled in a little bit, so we're gonna do that and see if we can get a few shots in on that Pensacola. If they hit, they will wreck his day, and he turned out. So, oh man, sorry. It's been a long week. A long week. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Nuremberg turning out. He don't want none of what we got going on over there. Pensacola still heading out. And the North Carolina heading slowly but surely. I'm not going to take that shot. I wouldn't be able to squeeze through there. But this New Mexico looks a little juicy. And we are going to lose that Cleveland. Just had his back broke. Which, those shots are a little out front, but... and over. Okay. The accuracy and the dispersion on the North Carolina is amazing. We're going to bring these back. Put those right there. And I'm going to take that shot right there. And I'm going to start turning. Oh. And he's turning out. So those are going to miss. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Their North Carolina's turning out as well. So we're going to put that. So is he turning or just... no, put that there. And let's go ahead and start to turn, because I have a feeling they're going to start shooting at me. Let's see how those ended up. Behind. And the New Mexico bringing up the rear as usual. So without much communication, we've all decided to kind of turn back here. We've slowed their push. So it now looks like they've turned back and they're going to push probably more towards the middle. Who knows? Yeah. But, come on. He's obscured. Oh, okay. Who are you shooting at there, buddy? Oh. Can't get that shot in. So it looks like the fight's going to be pushed more towards the middle. I just saw that other battleship. Oh yeah, they have two North Carolinas. That's what it was. And I'd really like to get some shots on this guy. But this guy's a little better target. Let's see if I can get lucky with a few shots there. And we are losing. In fact, we will probably lose this match. Those look really good. Probably a little behind. Okay. That's interesting. Usually the North Carolina will rip the Pensacola a new one. And our New Mexico one of our New Mexicos went straight into the cap, which wasn't necessarily the smartest thing to do. So we're going to move this here. He's turning back in a little bit. Let's see if those will end up being a little bit better. I think those are going to be behind too. No, they're starting to look pretty good, but I think they're short. Yeah, he moved out. But these guns are amazing, and they hurt cruisers really badly. So I have a feeling he may end up turning out a little bit, so we're going to put those there. And that's our other New Mexico. I only have 5 hits because we're doing this from extremely long range, which is not normally very good for any battleship to be shooting from this long range. But when there's that concentration of cruisers in one place, that usually spells a bad time for any battleship. But we're going to progressive fire those and see if we can maybe knock out a gun on that North Carolina. That would help, and those are going to be probably too long. Yeah, 1 hit, no noticeable damage. But so far, everybody seems to be playing fairly passive as far as our team and the other team. And that Miyoko, he's sailing out a little bit. I have a feeling I'm going to be coming under fire soon, so we're going to back out a little bit. And I probably missed all those shots on that Miyoko. I did. Yeah, I've attracted their attention, so, which I think it's just some things I've seen on the forum. There's been a lot of I don't get it with the cruiser community, the ones that are just diehard. I play nothing but cruisers. You know, they're still complaining that we battleships can citadel them too easy. Well, I mean, what do you want? You can't have everything we have. You know, we have big guns, we're slow, and yeah, we have a lot of hit points, but we can easily be focused down by an Atlanta because we can't hit them. You know, they get too close, just for whatever reason, and we can't land the shots on them we need. And I'm about to do something really dumb here. Let's see here. I'm only going to fire 2 guns there. See if I can get a shot in on one of those guys. Yeah, I'm about to catch full broadside here, and it didn't hurt too bad. But we, you know, well, that hurt a little bit. We'll go and repair up. The thing that cruisers don't understand is, you know, or maybe some of them do, not all of them, I don't want to generalize, but the majority of us battleship captains, oh, nice little citadel there. Speaking of which, you know, there's a lot more at risk for us when it comes to getting into these slow down a little bit and then speed back up. Closer battles, you know, we're a big target, especially if there's aircraft carriers involved. We're just a big target, and excuse me. So we attract a lot more attention. Cruisers aren't supposed to be the ones engaging battleships first. You know, and it happens more and more. We need to get rid of this Pensacola. It just happens more and more where, you know, you'll go into battle and you're immediately set on fire by 2, maybe 3 cruisers. And I don't know what hit me. I'm fairly angled. Oh, This isn't going to be too good. But, we spend most of our time on fire. And that just whittles down our hit points, whittles us down. And that North Carolina captain knows what he's doing. He's not providing any type of angle for anyone to get a shot in. But our hit points are mostly gone by the time we even really get to do anything because we're on fire. And, then that allows destroyers to get in because we get distracted. God, this guy just won't die. We get distracted because we've got 3 or 4 ships on us, and then we get torpedoed. So, it's really difficult for a battleship to hit these cruisers at range because they're so maneuverable. So they have maneuverability. They can whittle down a full health battleship, and yet they want all cruisers to get a repair ability. And I'm partial to my battleships. That should be a battleship only skill. Oop. Guess I got to pay attention here. There's not really a big need for cruisers to be able to repair like that when battleships, it's absolutely necessary for their survivability to do that. Let's see, we get this Pensacola here. And that's what I'm talking about right there. I mean, they can... Look at how he wiggles. And I've just wasted 2 shots. And now I have 24 seconds to reload. Or I've got to turn and show my broadside. So I guess that's one of my gripes, that yeah, we can citadel you, but that's if we can hit you. And that's a big if. So, you can... I'm going to have to get in here to the cap, or we're going to lose by cap. But I'm also going to get whittled down before that happens. And this is a prime example of what happens when you have too much going on, and this guy's going to torp me. Well, game's over. But, anyhows, you can see that, one citadel, 20 hits, and it's basically because it's going up against mostly cruisers. And yeah, I'm not the best battleship captain around. I still have games where I have great accuracy, and I have games where I have terrible accuracy. But, look at I only did 47,000 damage, and that was because I had a 12,000, citadel. So, I don't know. Maybe just a little bit of a gripe fest. I don't know. But if Wargaming decides to make cruisers even more durable, I just think that's the wrong way to go. I think they're fine where they're at as far as their durability. If they show a broadside and they get citadel, that's their own fault. There's things that cruisers can do that battleships can't, and that's the maneuverability. They're faster. They can turn on a dime. They have torpedoes. They can set you on fire and keep you on fire. What else do you want? Do you want more hit points? Sure, then play Battleship. Oh, but you don't want to lose your torpedoes. Well, buy a Tirpitz. Same deal. Oh, you don't want to lose your maneuverability? Well, then play a destroyer or keep playing your cruiser. Don't try to fix what's not broken. So, sorry, rant off. Anyhow, that's the North Carolina. Not the best gameplay, but you can see that it was fairly durable. It doesn't have the best torpedo belt around it, so it is pretty susceptible to torpedoes. The repair bill is insane, especially if you're only getting 150, even 200,000 credits in a game. If you get sunk, you've earned nothing. So it's one of those things to where I've gone up the tech tree in the American Battleship line just to see how high I can go. But on the Japanese battleships, I'm still at tier 6 because you can still make decent money doing that. You can still sink ships, do damage, and then I have my other little fun ships that I'll play. When I get tired of doing battleships, I'll hop in a destroyer and see how long I can last. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on A Fistful of Friday, and we will see you next time.